What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all for tuning back in. And today we're going to be reviewing the Jordan Luka 3.
Phone started jumping, what a day.
First off, I gotta congratulate Luka and them boys for making it to the finals, because I didn't have y'all anywhere near the finals. I had y'all losing like the first round to the Clippers, but in typical Clipper fashion, they sold the bucket. Then y'all beat the Thunder on a controversial call that they could have let go to a game 7, and then they kind of like dismantled the Wolves. And then they went to the finals and got gentlemen swept. I actually had the Celtics winning the whole championship, so I'm glad about that. Starting us off in typical fashion, I'm gonna be talking about the sizing and the price. The sizing, I can recommend that you guys can go your true to size. If you're a wide fitter or want a little bit of extra toe space, you guys can go up half a size. Granted, my toe did have a good amount of space going my true to size. My true to size is 12, so that's what I went in these shoes. And my toes did have a good amount of space. Wide footers, I would tell you guys go up half a size just because it can be a little bit narrow here. Nothing too crazy or anything like that that's gonna cause pain. But if you guys want a little bit of extra space around the size of your feet, I could then tell you guys go up half a size. Moving on to the style of the Luka 3s, and I'm gonna give these a 9 out of 10. If you guys don't know, Luka is a big fan of sports cards and sport card colorways, and that's exactly what this represents. Even though the cards I think he has are muscle, as you guys can see, I love the vibrancy of these colors, and I love how they mesh well together. These are definitely gonna pop out on the court. If you guys are feeling a little bit hesitant about the colorway, I would tell you it looks a lot better in person than online. In person, you guys can really see the vibrancy and how nice this colorway does pop out. Now, if this is like a sports car colorway that Luka and them are talking about, they're the race cars, not the NASCARs, but they race within the other countries. I think they race with them in the United States, but they usually do it in like Italy or Rome. I'll show you guys a picture of what I'm talking about, but that's what it reminds me of. But regardless of that, this colorway, like I said, is smooth, vibrant, and it's really nice. And the materials on this shoe is a Luka engineered textile that's gonna give you guys a lightweight feeling, and also a speed loop lacing that I find that Jordan likes to use, and it does give you a really good amount of support. So the style for me in the Luka 3s definitely gets my stamp of approval. Up next, as a lot of you guys already know, we have my favorite category, which is the cushion. I'm gonna go ahead and give these an 8 out of 10. Inside this shoe, you guys are gonna get a full length 3.0Cushline foam paired with an ISO plate for Luka's stop and start game. As you guys can see, this is where the Cushline is gonna be. You can really indent your figure because it is really nice and soft, and then the back here is really nice and soft as well. Now, I don't know if they do have Jordan Formula 23 because it does feel like Jordan Formula 23. I looked on the descriptions and everything like that, and I couldn't figure it out and find it. And I'm surprised if it doesn't, because last year's model had Jordan Formula 23, which does make for a nice cushioning setup, especially inside Jordan. Now, the cushion on foot for the Luka 3s, you guys are gonna get that in-between game. You aren't gonna get that big of a boost off of the ground, but at the same time, the shoes aren't gonna be that low to the ground. So like I said, you guys are gonna get that nice middle game. And inside the shoe, you guys are gonna get a good amount of impact force protection upon jumping and landing. I felt it when I was going for dunks, layups, step backs, post shots, anything like that. I felt like I got a really good amount of impact force protection upon jumping and landing. Now, if you guys wanted to take this shoe outside, cushion wise, I would tell you, you might not want to go ahead and go that way, just because it does a good job on hardwood and stuff like that, but I don't think this shoe is going to be one that you want to land on outside. Asphalt is such a different game. Playing on concrete is so different. I'm sure you guys have heard or ran through somebody tell you that you guys are going to hurt your knees. I think you guys would need something that has a little bit better impact force protection, a little bit more cushion. But my honest recommendation is I would tell you guys just to play with this shoe on the hardwood. And that's one thing I will say about the Jordan Luka line. The cushion inside these shoes have been very consistent from the 1, 2s, and 3s. If you guys want a consistent cushion line, definitely go with the Jordan Lukas. Moving on to the traction of the Luka 3s, and I'm going to give these an 8 out of 10. You guys are going to hear a really good amount of squeaking. The traction pattern is a herringbone mixed with a multi-traction pattern design, as well as that you guys can see a bit of translucency. You guys already know about the translucent. It could be a hit or a miss, and these do a solid job on the court. On a clean court, these are going to perform really good. On a semi-dusty court, these are going to perform good. On a very dusty court, translucent stuff starts to take effect because you guys will slide out a bit, and on a semi-dusty court, you guys are going to slide out a bit. Though it does do a really good amount of squeaking, I did notice this shoe does attract a good amount of dust. It does fight it off too, so you guys aren't going to be slipping and sliding everywhere, but since it does attract that amount of dust, and I feel like the translucency part here does help you slide out just a little bit. I also forgot to mention, if you're a scorer, these shoes are going to benefit you traction wise as well. You could take these shoes outside. Like I mentioned earlier with the cushion setup, you could take these shoes outside. My only thing is that since it does attract a lot of dust, it is going to attract some dirt and debris, and I feel like you guys are going to be doing a little bit more sliding on asphalt, which is something you definitely don't want to do, because if you scraped your knee, you know what's up. That is something that you do not want to do. So I feel like if you are going to play outside, there's going to be some sliding with you on the asphalt, but regardless of you really slipping, the shoe traction is a solid one. And last on the list, we have the support, and I'm going to give these an 8.5 out of 10. Once you guys get this shoe, these 2 lacing holes aren't going to be filled up, so you can put the lace inside those holes if you guys want to get more extra security. And I'm telling you guys, it is going to hug around the ankle very nicely. You guys are also going to get a good amount of padding inside the ankle bone and Achilles heel, as well as some inside the tongue. So this shoe shoe support-wise is definitely gonna hold you up. And I figured it would because Luka's play style, you know, he's crafty. He's gonna need really good traction and really good support because he's a crafty player, he's a scorer. So you're definitely gonna need that around the ankle of your foot. And these are gonna give you guys just that. Now, the speed loop lacing is also gonna help you guys with the maximum security as well. That's one thing I liked about the shoe support-wise is that it gave you the option for extra lacing. It wasn't stiff. You guys don't have to break it or anything like that. Once you get in it, you can play in it. Also, I forgot to mention in the cushion category, it is flexible. If you guys are gonna get that extra bit of explosion, you know, when you guys are running and jumping off the balls of your feet. So support-wise, this shoe is definitely very solid. Ending it off with the ranking of the Luka 3s, I'm gonna go ahead and give these a B+. From the sizing, you guys can go your true to size. If you're a wide footer, you guys can go up half a size. The price is gonna be $130, so it's not too bad, especially for a third signature model. The styling these, like I mentioned to you guys before, I really love the vibrancy of the colorway. It's gonna pop out. People are gonna ask you what shoe this is. I really love the vibrancy of the colorway. The cushion is definitely gonna be a solid one. You guys are gonna get a good amount of impact force protection upon jumping and landing. It's gonna be a full-length cushion 3.0 foam, as well as paired with an ISO plate that's gonna help you guys with this stop and go game. Traction pattern inside the shoe is also a solid one as well. You guys are gonna hear a really good amount of squeaking. It's gonna be herringbone. It's gonna be multi-traction pattern design. It is gonna be translucent, but the translucent is gonna do a really good job. On a clean court, these are gonna perform really good. On a semi-dusty court, these are gonna perform good. On a dusty court and outside, I would tell you guys, you might want to stay away from it just because this shoe does attract dust and it does slide out just a bit. It slides out rarely on a hardwood floor. Like I mentioned earlier, I didn't slide out like that, and there was more than enough dust attracted. It did slide out just a little bit. And the support on the shoe is going to be a solid one as well. A good amount of padding around the ankle bone to conceal. Speed loop lacing, excuse me, is going to help you guys for extra security. It's like for that Luka play style. The Luka 3 is a solid shoe in my honest opinion. Is it better than the Luka 2s? I will tell you guys that in the upcoming videos of my sneaker battle, the Luka 2 versus Luka 3. That's going to go ahead and be the end of this video. As always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, liking, commenting, subscribing, following me on my socials. We're almost at 2K, and I really appreciate everything you guys have done for me for this year and the past previous year and so on into the future. I really appreciate you guys. Really quick before I have Chauncey send us out, I'm going to be doing a Q&A on my channel at 2K. It's 25 subs away, and I'm going to be dropping that for you guys. Also, I put it on my community poll if you guys want to see that type of video. I'm not expecting it to get crazy views, but I just wanted to have it to where you guys can know me a little bit more on a personal level versus just come to the videos and watch. You know, you get to know me. That's something I'm excited to do. So yeah, 2K Q&A. If you guys want to ask me questions, you can hit my link down below in my socials. You put it on a YouTube video, or I do a community poll or community picture tab. I do a community picture tab and have you guys ask the questions away. I have a good amount of questions that I've been asked, but if some of you guys are new and want to ask me some questions, go ahead and leave it there. I'm gonna holler at y'all. I'm gonna see you on the next one. I'm gonna have Chauncey send us out.
Got anything you want to add to it, Chauncey?
What? That's your end intro?
Yeah, just the end intro.
Thank you for guys watching today's video. See you next in today's video. Bye.